What's up, good people? We're back on the RATMARO today. I want to try to finish these floors up. When we left off, I got the main section in. I just needed to finish welding it, which I have done, if what I did you would consider welding. But today we're going to try to do seat pans, maybe patch up some toe boards some kind of way. And there's also a giant hole in the trunk. I got these seat brace pieces from Summit Racing. I guess they're, you know, AMD or whatever. I don't know. I know there's different manufacturers, and some people say some is better than others. But anyway, seat frame, floor support stuff. I started to fit this one kind of loosely, and it fits pretty good, but it doesn't sit flush here. You know, it's up higher than the doohickey, and I think that might be because. I think that might be because of my booger welding. So we'll grind this down and then we'll just hammer the absolute loving crap out of this, make it fit, and weld it in. Listen, I know, okay, you don't have to criticize my welding in here. I do that plenty on my own because, you know, I suck at it. One of these days maybe I'll go to a welding school or some other thing like that. Let's see if I can take some of this out and maybe this seat pan will fit a little better. Loud noises. Ugh. I got a little lip on this thing here, part of the pan, that it might be causing too. See how this joker fits now. I think we got to hammer this down a little. Oh, I wanted to do it on this end. What that looks like. That's a little better. Yeah, that'll be all right. So I think since this is our problem area here, this fits. This lays pretty flush. Well, let me. So, best thing to do is hammer it so it don't fit that well anymore. Oh yeah, I think that's probably good. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and drill out. Oh good, it's not even. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and drill out where we would spot weld and get it prepped, and then set it in here. Get this. This is the only corner that's concerning because everything else seems to fit pretty well. If I can get this like tacked in where I want it, then the rest of it we can just, you know, beat and weld and beat and weld and beat and weld. How's that sound? Like a plan. Okay, let's put a bunch of holes in this. You want to? You want to? That's Southern for would you be interested in participating? Seems like my metal drill bit is now only good for pot pies and marshmallows. I went in my drawer here to grab a new, you know, disc for my die grinder, and this metal wheel here stuck me right between my finger and fingernail. It's like a 17th century torture device or something. Maybe I shouldn't keep those loose in there. Got all our holes drilled for our spot welds. Now I just need to, you know, give me some bare metal here with my little, oh, watch this. Little trick there. Wow. Anyhow, more loud noises. Y'all can't see this, can you? You're not missing much. Okay, I'll fit this in here, and then I'm gonna mark around where I need to get, you know, well, I know I got to get that whole thing. So we'll go up here, across here. You know where I need to get clean metal on the floor pan. For welding it in here. Prepping the floor pan is what I'm saying. That should be good. Okay, let's clean them spots up. Halfway to heaven, halfway to hell. That's what I'm talking about. I forgot a section, could use a couple of spot welds here. Well, I don't know if I forgot or I just missed it altogether. Either way, we're fixing it. That is pretty good, at least across the front here. I'm going to put a couple of screws in it to hold it down, and then we can start, you know, hammering and making things hot up in here. Well, hotter. It's already 7,000 degrees. Oh, dang it. I hate when these things do that. You son of a monkey. I got these self-tappers off of Amazonia. You know, they were the Kung Pao version, and they suck. But I want to say it was like 4,000 of them for 85 cents or something stupid. Oh, dang it. All right, we can get a weld here, and here, and here. I can put some spot welds in there, which will hold it while we beat on the rest of it. Yes, that would be the plan. Like I told you, weld, beat, weld, beat, beat, weld, beat, and then beat and weld, and then beat and beat and then weld. Time to get my Joe Martin on. Okay, that gives me one here and two here at the corner. So we can work on this now. I can't see. I need a light. Where'd my flashlight go? Oh, here it is. Perfect. I need to push that one down a little. Sure, this will work. Well, I got the front done and most of this corner here. I'm just trying to go around now and, you know, get it seated in place and you know, spot weld it in. I don't know what's worse, weld burn or the microscopic suit of Camaro armor that I'm wearing. Okay. Updates. This one's in, all done, going nowhere. I believe it. Dogs. I believe it'll even hold me, which is, you know, really saying something. Now we just got to get that one It's fitting about the same, so it's a wash, rinse, repeat kind of deal. Well, there we go. That one is in also. I'm gonna hit these, I'm gonna hit this bare metal stuff with some self-etching primer. Because, you know, we wouldn't want it to rust. Oh, crap. Okay, scratch that. We're gonna hit it with this rust barrier stuff instead, because my self-etching primer won't spray. Neither will this. God bless it. I finally found something that'll spray. The only problem I have now is it won't stop spraying. I guess I'm gonna have to use the whole can. All right, we still have to do something with these toe boards. I'll need a piece of something on each side. But I think I'll come back to them later because I'm kind of tired of doing this. I have something else in mind. Well, the way I figure it, I can get the toe board patches done even with the subframe back on, I think. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know. But I know when to do something with this so I can put it back on the car. I need to get it over there where you are. And of course, you know, I had to pick a 10,000 degree over. That can go. I don't know. Well, that didn't work out very well at all. Okay, different method. I wonder if I could do it. Yeah. That seems good. I'm sure this is good for your back. Over there. I'm gonna lose all my bushings. It's hot. It's really hot. I don't like hot. Of course, I don't like cold either. I guess I'm hard to please. Okay, let's get doing it. Okay, let's do it right now. All right, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, right now. All right. Okay. Oh, my back. Maybe now I could get this under there. And push it. Maybe it's pushable. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm like a hero. Push it on around over there. Now let's go this way. Will you go this way? Oh crap, it's coming off. Well, that's almost there. Just a little more maneuver. It'll be fine. Okay. Oh, my spleen. Oh, I think I cracked my spleen. Oh, okay. No big deal. No big deal at all. I need to get it up off the floor here so we can work on it. Perfect. How high is too high? That high was too high. popped out my rubber. I hate it when that happens. Okay, let's try it again. This time we're going way under. Yeah, let's see it pop out now. How about we do this time, because I'm smart. Maybe we'll go ahead and get this end lifted up too, huh? Oh my God! Okay, that's you know, heavy. Let's see, is this one? It sure is. I don't know what I think I'm doing with that. It's too hot for this. It's literally like the seventh circle of hell. I'm guessing I should have picked up the other end first, huh? Okay, here we go. Okay. Well, obviously this thing has become a megatropolis for deadly arachnids. So I'm guessing we start with addressing that, huh? I don't do arachnids, deadly or otherwise. So I got this hot shot stuff. Supposedly kills them instantly. I don't know. And give it some time to be safe, I suppose. Oh. Well, it's fresh floral. So, you know, you can get a nice smell out of your cancer-causing chemicals. There's more over here. Probably not supposed to lay in it when you spray it. I don't know. Yeah. Makes me feel better if I sweep away all the women, like they were never there. You can ignore all the egg sacs and just pretend that they weren't here. Oh, a bolt to something. Probably important. I need to sweep up the floor here, get it nice and clean so I can, you know, make a mess. Well, we'll strip it down of what we are going to replace or not use or whatever. Make it a little easier to clean up here. Let's start with the shocks. Shock removal. What is this? Lakewood? Never heard of them? Me neither. Why start with the shocks, you ask? Easy. It's simple. Okay, fuel lines and other garbage. Hit these brake lines with a little peanut butter, though I'm not sure it's going to matter. Oh boy. Probably gonna end up cutting this. Oh, there it goes. Well, hoorah. Perfect. Got this crazy ground strapper. I don't know what that is, something. But I don't think Chevrolet put it there. Not that that matters, I suppose. Let's just see if I can coerce it off. Yeah, that was easy enough, I guess. This would be the last thing here. I don't want to keep drum brakes on the front of this car because drum brakes, yeah, let's face it, they suck. So I want to get some kind of cheap disc brake conversion. So I want to get the drums and the spindles off of here. I just got to figure out with the spring in here how I do it without, well, you know, dying. Well, if I get this tie rod off of here first, then I should be able to, you know, swivel the, what's the name, back and forth. So, we'll try that. I don't know. Sometimes these cotter pins don't play nice. Well, usually they don't play nice, I should say. Especially depends on how somebody put them in to begin with. This one looks broken or something. Something's going on here. Okay, there we go. Well, this one's obviously been on here for 700 years. I guess if I really wanted out, I could just hammer the crap out of that, but then I'd have to buy a new tie rod end. Well, I can use this thing, but for sure I'm going to end up buying new tie rod ends. Oh, that's just grease. Oh, well, maybe it's not too bad then. Here's our next line of attack here. Well, these cotter pins are coming out remarkably easy. Okay. I'm only going to loosen that. That's flush right there. And then we're going to see if we could pop it loose. Like this. Oh, it did it already. That's different. Usually takes a bunch of wax. I got to get some chain or something. Okay, I got this chain here. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh, crap. Let's just use it without the hooks today. That is, if I can get the hooks out. Or I could just keep fumbling around like an idiot. Okay. Alright, like I was saying, I got this chain here, okay? And what we're going to do is... let's see. How are we going to do it? Like this, you see? Because I'm basically a genius. There. Now when I let that off, it should keep it from flying off and killing me. Well, what's going to happen here? Listen, if something terrible happens, we'd call 911 for me. It's getting precarious. I'm scared. That's not going to go anywhere, right? It's chained. Sure. Oh! I don't know where the nut went. Oh, there's the nut. Well, that wasn't all that bad. Oh, there it went. Holy smokes. See, my plan worked like a charm. Oh, I don't think these springs are very old. There we go. Moroso. What? Moroso something or another. We'll have to do some research on these. I wonder what I got here exactly. That takes care of that. Now we just got to get the upper one and we have this assembly off of here. Peanut butter. Butter. Somebody's been in here and clearly they have not had proper cotter pin training. But I guess, you know, it worked. Ow! My shin! My shin! Medic. Okay, I think that's going to take care of this. We're going to keep the upper and lower control arms, the ball joints, for as good as they are, and the steering linkage across there, and the sway bar. We'll keep that in there too for now. So let me bust off the other side, and then I think we can start getting it cleaned up and making it, you know, look a little better, because that's what's really important here. Well, now we just go on the attack. Wire brushes and scrapers and whatever the hell else you can find. There's stuff, you know, that used to be living down in this cross member. I want to try to get that out because it just holds moisture and rust. And the last thing this car needs is any more reason to rust. Good Lord, I'm not sticking my hands down there. You know, when you know that things have been living in there and there's dark holes, you don't want to stick your hands down in there, is all I'm saying. Oh God, it's just packed in there. Oh Lord, mud divers. Got me. You got me. That jumped out at me there. Got me scared. We're going to try the classic suck and blow trick. I'm going to put this in here. Wait, I should take this off, shouldn't I? This little thing here. And then I can put this in here. Okay. I'll turn it on, and then I'm going to blow air through that side. Good times. Noises. Well, that was 30 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. This is just inside the cross member. Not to mention what I sucked up and what's laying in the control arms and what's stuck to my sweaty body. Clean the subframe, I said. It'll be easy, I said. I got this out of there too. Bonus. Basically now I'm just going to go along and scrape off and brush off as much of the gunk as I can. Listen, we're not going for what in the world is that? Squirrel. Anyway, we're not going for you know, car show, Dave Kindig, Chip Foose, whoever else, quality here. We just want to knock off the scale and give it some blackness, you know, make it look as close to shiny and new as we can get. So if I don't get everything, or you know, miss some dirt or whatever, it's okay. You know, when we're done, we'll have the shiniest, best looking dirt chassis in the county. Which really all we're trying to do is just slow it down from rusting anymore. You know what I'm saying? Can't afford any more of that. There's something therapeutic about this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still sucks, but somewhat therapeutic. Yes, I know I could get a powered wire wheel after this, and I might in some spots, but then you miss out on the intimate experience. You don't get to examine all the various types of soil that the car has picked up in its life. And wouldn't you feel terrible if you missed out on that? I need a different hobby. At some point I'll probably hit critical mass and I'll be like, that's good enough. I need another scraper. I bet I have removed 40 pounds of weight from this thing. It's gonna fly now. I just added 25 horsepower. Imagine what I'd have here if I didn't stop and clean up periodically. We'd have us a gosh darn mud pit. That's what we'd have. A sand dune. Now we brush. Brush, 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 brush. Brush off all the crap. I'm just looking to get the loose, scaly crap off of here, you know? Again, a powered wire wheel would probably be better. But I'm too lazy to go in the drawer and get it. Now the pitting on this side is pretty bad. We're catching it just in time, Captain. Now, if you don't want to take the time to do all this crap, you could just take it to a sandblaster. But I am cheap, or broke, however you want to put it. I prefer to say cheap because then it sounds like a choice. If you're wondering if this is overkill for this car, and if this job really sucks, let me remove the mystery for you. Yes, on both counts. Don't worry about that dust. Just breathe it right in. It's good for you. I highly recommend. Well, I'm wondering how much the front disc brake kit is going to be for this thing. Whatever it is, I'm sure I can't afford it. What I need is a sponsor. If anybody out there wants to sponsor a front disc brake kit for the RATMARO here, you know, email me, call me, or I don't know, send a pigeon or smoke signal or something. I am not too proud to take a sponsorship for this build. No sirree. Especially since it's just for fun. Well, it's fun for me, but I'm literally pissing off every Camaro purist on the planet, I think. I wonder if these are the right motor mounts for a small block Chevy. They look right. Let's just say they are. We'll find out. We gotta put it in, won't we? You know, the good thing about being a YouTube viewer is that you get to skip all of this and go right to the next step, like now. And here we are at the next step. Admittedly, it's a couple of days later. I had to take some time off to work on my daughter's transforming wiener schnitzel. It's doing all kinds of stuff. But I got it all brushed off. It's probably like a 6 out of 10, if it's that good, which is fine, because I think I was shooting for like 4 or 5, so good. This is Eastwood's Chassis Black Satin Coating. I use this a bunch, and they say, you know, use a primer over bare metal and all this stuff, but it literally sticks to anything. It never comes off, and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna hit the top side of this, and then when it dries good and hard and it's not sticky anymore, we'll flip it over. So I'll get the whole thing one way or another. Anyhow, rebuild time. Make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area, you know, like your garage with the door shut. Brand new control arms. Oh look, I just replaced the sway bar. You know, paint that thing too. I don't even know what that is. But it's getting painted today. Lower control arms replaced. Boy, that's weird. Air feels sticky in here. So does the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better than scale and rust and dirt daubers, right?
I mean, I don't know. It looks better to me. I do know this, if you're gonna go down to Ray Ray's, you better mind that curve or the gravel gonna throw you right off in the Choctaw Creek. If y'all don't have a little Jamie Johnson in your playlist, I don't know what you're doing with yourselves. Let me see if I can get a better light in here. Here's my super handy dandy doohickey from Summit.
I don't really see it. It's gonna click on here. Oh, well, we just put it right here, I guess. Fancy. Oh, wow. Well, that really exposed the true nature of this travesty. Let me give you all another look here in case you forgot. These pieces here go back on the car in the interior there since the floor is done. I think I need to get it seam sealed first, but basically this is what we got. And at some point, I guess somebody cut this out to put a fuel cell in here, and I'm not going to run a fuel cell. We're going to try to go back with a factory style tank. So I need to get this cleaned up and find something to patch this up with. And it looks a little big for license plates. I guess I better get my Marketplace 350 out of the way here. Boy, this video was talking about people that had all kinds of things to say. So many expert engine builders out there. Yes, I do recognize that the proper thing to do with that would be to tear it all the way down and rebuild it. And I thought I explained in that video, if you haven't seen it, you go back and look. But I thought I explained in that video why I wasn't doing that. But mostly it comes down to, you know, expense. Tear that thing down and rebuild it, I need, you know, rings and bearings and a host of other parts, plus machine shop charges and just all that stuff. And it runs just fine, or at least it seems to. So we're going to put it in here and just run it until it blows up. I recognize that that decision there will not please everyone, but I have to ask myself how much I'm concerned with pleasing everyone. Well, I have asked myself how much I'm concerned with. Actually, I don't think I ever have, but I'll do it now. How much am I concerned with pleasing everyone? I'm not. There you go. I'm not really sure why I have a power strip in here. I do know why I have this old brake master cylinder. Came out of here. It's Garbaggio. I think for this we will get out the wire wheel. Just, you know, knock off the scale. Okay, cover me. I'm going in. I got this stuff here that I bought for like a good project a long time ago, and I had some left over, and it actually looks like it's seeping through the seam of the can. So I think we'll go ahead and use this. It's clearly professional trunk spray. I'll show you a neat trick with this. If you want like a fine texture, if you got a good trunk, you can just kind of hold it way back and mist it like that. And it'll give you a really neat, fine texture. Just mist it on like that. Okay, clearly way more than this car actually should have, but that was a good use of a can of old stuff. Well, now we've got that giant hole to deal with, which is too big for me to go with license plates for patching. If only I had a big, you know, metal promotional sign that measured 24 by 36. Hold on, wait a minute. You thought I was going to use my garage wall decor to patch the trunk on the RATMARO? Well, that's not entirely a horrible idea, but I'm sorry to say I'm not taking that off the wall to use that in here. I'm going to use this one instead. That's right. And see, the folks at Magnaflow are pretty awesome, and they were giving these away. So I grabbed two One, you know, is wall decor, and the other is trunk liner.
I know the factory tank like fill thing comes up through here or whatever, so I'm going to make a couple of cuts in here. I just want to mark this. And I'm going to make a couple of cuts this way so I can fold this up, slide this back, and then I'm going to rivet it all the way around. Sounds like an awesome plan.
I can't think of a better thing to cut tin with than tin snips. So we'll just make a little cut right there and another one right here. And that should get us, fold this up a little bit. Just bend it up a little bit. What we want, I think.
See there? Perfect. I get this wire out of here, because I don't know what this is. It's just loose. We'll dump it. I'll just shove it under there. Okay. Now we're all set. Ready for rivets. Okay. Let's see. Rivet number 1. We'll go over here in the corner. There we go. Now just do that 700 more times. 700 or 17, same difference. Either way, my emergency road flares aren't going to fall out now.
All right, folks, I think that's all I got time for in this video. Hope you liked it, got something out of it. If you did, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll know when we get back on this, which will be real soon. When we come back, we'll do toe boards. We'll try to get the subframe assembly back in, and then start working on getting engine and transmission and all the stuff that we need in this to get it out on the road. I am looking forward to terrorizing some folks with this thing. Anyway, we'll see you real soon. In the meantime, get off the couch and go wrench on something. I bet Chip Foose never patched up his trunk with wall decor.